know this, but sleep is bad for you.
Did you read that somewhere?
I don't read. It lowers your testosterone.
Really?
Podcast police! Put the mic down! Put the mic down! Don't even think about it!
This episode is over, fellas. We're the podcast police.
We're a task force that stops white guys from starting podcasts for no reason. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Subscribe to the Patreon. All right, enough.
It's become a real problem here in Los Angeles. These guys reuse mics, share mics, podcast in the morning, podcast at night. Hell, half the time they don't realize the mic's not even plugged in.
Poor guy doesn't even have a co-host.
Mic's down! Mic's down! God damn it, they fled! Just missed him. Mic's still hot. Jesus.
Every year we lose about half our recruits.
Do they die?
No. We're losing the podcast.
Class of 2015 lost a lot of good men. Just busted a 17-year-old for podcasting. Already on the mic. What life advice could you possibly be sharing?
Hey! Get back here! Parents call. I had no idea my son was podcasting. You had no idea? Your son's 11, and he's asking for a goddamn toe plug!
All right, man, what do you need? I got mics, I got whatever podcasting equipment you need.
You know what? I need for you to get on the ground.
Go! Get down!
You gotta follow the money. All this is funded by big sponsors. You got Roman, BetterHelp, Athletic Greens. Those guys go under, this whole nightmare ends. Good fucking luck.
You said the best time to invest is yesterday, so when it comes to compound interest...
Everything okay there, buddy?
We got a runner!
Drop the mic and don't say another word!
Well, biologically speaking, men are stronger than... For 25% off MeUndies, use code...
Monsters are destroying the culture. We need the Black Nerd Podcast now. I don't care where they are, beam them here and now.
Nerds!
Here comes them black nerds, zones on with big words. Cakes that makes us all smile. Dave's little songs every single while. Veins kinda like a mastermind. On days when one shows up every single time. Yeah. How was your night gonna bring the fight? Case this is Black Nerd Podcast, winning all the fights.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back. All right. There is a podcasting epidemic going on around the world, and you know, I just wanted to highlight it, the struggles that the police have been going through to get rid of these niggas. But anyway, we are back. I have the full team, which hasn't happened in a while. I'm so happy. Everybody's here. We got my guy Fame in the building, huh? Okay. Look,
the weekend.
You look like you are nursing a hangover right now, sir. You just wow. We got Sloan. All right, my God, I have no idea what it was. We got Jalen in the building.
Hey.
And we got our girl Kate in the building. Huh? You know what I'm saying? All right. Yo, shout out to David the Goliath. He said, morning. What part of the world are you in? It is.
Good morning, sunshine.
Right. It's midnight too, but I'm glad I caught you when you just got out of bed. Yeah, right. He just got out of bed. Podcast. Let's go. All right. We have a crazy rundown for y'all today. Just a few things. Xbox, obviously. We're going to talk about this. They're winning the console war. And y'all know me. I hate Xbox. I've, for years, defended the Xbox has been nothing but a paperweight in the console industry. Now I have to change my tune. They are winning the console wars. The new Xbox that's coming out, they've just made some announcements. So I've got to bow down to the greatness. Words into Worlds. That's going to be great. Is Fortnite the greatest game? Nerdy date night idea, free books, phone rights, and black camping. Of course, we also have our 10 hat. We've got riddles. We've got AI destroying the world. We got Sloan with the comic books. We have a full day, and we have Fame dropping off the goodies as far as pause. We have Fame bringing anime stuff to the world. Yeah, I'm just trying to find a clean way to get around this whole situation. All right, so let's hurry up and get the picks. The pressures. Let's go. All right. I started to feel like maybe I had the best joint for this week, but I am wrong. So I've been given some this is some dope stuff today. So we're gonna start with this one. I don't even know whose this is. And what is it?
That's me. So it's been in my cart for 3 weeks now. It's a dice game. It's a board game that is rolled out. That I can't really explain it because I ain't got my hands on it yet. But when I did watch the video for it, which was I'll save that comment. Never mind. So when I did watch the video, the people that was playing it, they made the game look a lot interesting. There is another game just like this. It's Hunter, which is an anime. I was going to have that up there because that's an anime, but the Sonic one just looks really dope and really cool.
Word, super fire. Thank you, sir. Yeah, that is fire. All right, shout out to Christopher Patterson and David the Goliath. He said Singapore. Wow, shout out to you, sir. Always from Singapore. Let's see the next person on our lineup right now. Let's see. Ooh, I love this. I am a avid cat fan and enthusiast. Whose pick is this?
It's me.
There you go. Tell us about it.
Yeah. So pretty much, I adopted a cat. I got a little Sphinx and whatnot. So I was looking for different stuff, and this kind of is giving me like Doctor Who vibes, like the inside of the TARDIS, like the hexagons, because that's like the best design, and the little bridge. I don't know. It's very Doctor Who. It's a little nerdy, but it's for my cat, you know.
Nah, I love that. That is fire.
Your cat, the Ninja Warrior.
And it's $124 right now. It's 53% off if you buy in the next 22 hours, huh? So y'all need to jump on that immediately. So your cat is gonna have a fun time. Just keep that stuff away from the food. So just don't set that up in the kitchen. That's all.
Yeah, this is not black household.
All right. Here's another one. Here we go. Who's this? Let's see. Who's
that would be mine. This jacket is inspired off of the jacket that Kevin Flynn had from the second Tron movie, Tron Legacy. Y'all remember? So I'm gonna get it. So I can go there with that. For the Tron Ares movie, I'm gonna get the orange edition because I've always rocked with glue. Just trying to create the perfect system.
Nah, 1,000%.
So how does it work?
For the identity disc.
How does it work?
I don't know if it's battery powered or if it's, I don't know, but this looks fire. Hold on, let me see if I can get some details. Okay, step into the grid with this stunning handcrafted replica inspired by the iconic jacket from Tron Legacy. It's battery operated. Mm-hmm. It takes 2 AA batteries. Well, 4 AA batteries. All right.
Does it turn on and off?
Yeah. Right. Yep. That's pretty cool. All right. I like that.
Oh no, I have so many questions. I'm like, how do you wash it? How do you like?
It says the electric components can be taken off. So like the battery pack and stuff, and then the other pieces that are sewn in are washable.
Oh, nice.
All right. Let's see. Shout out to you. Come on, bro. You didn't have to pause on that. The gay boogeyman ain't waiting to label you. How you know? How do you know? That's the question. Right. All right. Here is David the Goliath said, question for fame. Thought on the last episode of Friday Night SmackDown.
Garbage. We could talk about that on social media, but that was garbage. That was garbage.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's see. I thought I was the only person that had love like this, but yo, that's fire. Whose is this? That's yours?
Yes, that is mine. Sorry, it took a while to come up on my screen, but that is a It's a Nintendo Switch game case shaped like a Blockbuster VHS tape and case.
That's dope.
And that just piggyback on what we were talking about last week with the Blockbuster and all of that.
Right.
Nostalgia.
No, I super love that. That's fire.
How many Nintendo Switch games you got?
Who, me?
Physical, not digital.
Y'all want to really know?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
None. So I think this will be cool for when I get mine. Look, it's in the cart. Because I have one game. Well, I have a couple of games that I want, and it's in the cart. So you got to get accessories when you buy things.
He said the question is, why did Blockbuster close down? Netflix. Let's move on.
Netflix sound a little salty about that, Jay.
Yeah, I was an assistant manager. It was a great job.
Did anybody ever use Netflix to like order DVDs to rent online and stuff? Okay, so you did.
All the time.
I was there for that.
that was working for Blockbuster. I was still doing it. So yeah. Hey, Snick, get you.
You know what?
All right, the Switch case looks fire. There you go. Thank you. Then we can agree on something.
Yeah.
All right.
So I gotta buy it all at once.
Facts. Last but certainly not least is mine for this week, which is the Salehi Crocs. The Salehi. Now I have purchased 2 pair, none of which
they're Crocs.
These are Crocs, but they were created by the designer. His name is Salehi Bembury. He started out with Yeezy, then he moved on to Versace. He did stuff for Gucci and Ferragamo, and then now this is one of his collabs. Oh, he also did New Balance. He has some custom New Balances. He has some custom Pradas, but this is one of his collabs with Crocs. He's got actually 3 different. So he's got a slide. He's got a more traditional kind of Croc looking Salehi, and then this is his version of a Croc sneaker. So like, shout out to him, man. So they are beautiful, and
they're the best looking Crocs I've ever seen, and that would be the first pair I ever owned.
Yeah, that's the fact. I love these. I have, oh boy, all right. So Salehis, I probably have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I probably got about 8 pair of Salehi Crocs, different colors. And then I have 2 of those. I just have them in different colors. But like these are the ones that I want next. So like, yo, shout out to him. And the reason why I kind of bring it into the nerd culture is because he's really big. Like if you follow him on social media, he gets inspiration from a lot of like different nerdy pieces of culture. And he does a lot of different things in a lot of different places. So like fashion wise, big shout out to him. So you know what I mean? All right. So let's move on. Because all right. Enough clapping. So because I missed out on the riddle last week, we must start out with a riddle.
Riddle me this, Batman.
All right, today, my lady, this is your question. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, can we? Okay. Well, I'll revisit the last week.
Okay. Your mic cut off on you. Hello?
Okay. I am the beginning of time and space that surrounds everything and every place. What am I?
Oh my God.
I am the being of the end
the
of
beginning.
time. The beginning of the end of time and space that surrounds everything and every place. I am air?
No.
Am I Adam? Okay.
Nothing. The void.
No.
No. All right, Fame. What's your guess?
Beginning of time.
I am the beginning of the end of time. The end credits in a movie?
No.
Entropy.
What'd you say?
Entropy. That's the big. Damn. Okay.
Okay, David the Goliath said death.
Nope.
And then he went with mine and said air. And then he said the Salehis look like peanut butter. Yes, the souls do look kind of peanut butterish, and I'm with you on that. Thank you. Now you're making me hungry, and I want dinner. But we can wait on
from the beginning of the end of time and space that surrounds everything.
the sky.
No.
Damn. All right.
Beginning of time.
The beginning of time.
Of the end of time. And
yeah, that's what keeps on throwing me off. The
that
beginning of
surrounds
the end.
everything and every place.
All right.
I am the beginning of the end. Okay, and this is why I kept skipping over. And is it E?
It is. It is the letter E.
Yo took off his glasses and Smooth put him back on.
The end. I kept skipping over. The end. Like, what does end like? Oh,
I'm
E,
sorry.
Yeah.
And I messed up.
He said
There was a
gravity.
typo.
He said moon. It's the moon.
There is a typo.
Okay.
It was supposed to say, I am the beginning of the end and the end of time and space that surrounds everything in every place.
Oh,
sorry, guys. So that's
Right.
on me. Sorry.
All good. We were trying to get so deep and metaphysical. I was about to start saying God and all this stuff, and then you talk about the letter E. Oh.
But the week before's riddle was what do the what was it? The letter T and an island have in common. They're both in the middle of water.
I'm so pissed off by you. I don't even know what to say. That's super crazy. We're gonna go to Anime Fix. Let's go. All right, let me pop this on the screen for our guy. Go ahead, Fane.
What anime character would you want to? What universe would you love to be a part of? We'll keep it short and simple. So I'll go first to give y'all quick ideas. But mine, Spike, Cowboy Bebop. Grew up on westerns, so seeing my first western, and as an anime, Spike just stole the show for me. And then of course, what's the name of the ship? It's right there on my tongue. Like I said, short and simple. My Cowboy Bebop. I would love to exist in a Western world that's still reaching far out of space, but still Western at its core.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the Solo Leveling. The lead character from Solo Leveling. I think that would be
Jinwoo Sung. Don't worry, I'm helping my fellow senior citizen. So
thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Even though you didn't have to throw the senior citizen part in there, but thank you. I appreciate that. All right, who's next? Come on, anime.
I'm gonna go with Sailor Pluto, and it's because she has power over time and space. The outfits are very cute, you know. That would be the character that I would choose to be.
I'm with it. Kate?
I would definitely be in the One Piece universe. I am Sun God Luffy, you know. So I think that is definitely like my style, all the different laughs. Like I'm a foodie, just traveling and doing different stuff. Like, that's what I would be.
Got you. And Sloan.
That's a tough one. Because like so it's like be the character and exist in the universe that they're in.
Yeah. A lot of amazing universes.
D from Vampire Hunter D.
Okay. I like where y'all went with it. That's pretty fine.
Chop it up.
Thanks. All right. Well, y'all made short work of that. So let's go into Pixelated.
Steam games to play with friends in under 60 seconds. Number 1 is One-Armed Robber, where you're a thief with one arm pulling off heists and dodging the law. Number 2 is Smithworks. Team up in a chaotic blacksmith shop, crafting gear in a hilarious rush. Number 3 is Cave Crawlers. Jump into random caves, battle bosses, and survive with your buddies. Number 4 is Mad Adventures. Fight, platform, and maybe betray your friends during a wild 4-day journey. Number 5 is Fishers. Become magical fish on 2 legs and battle it out in goofy, fast-paced fights. Number 6 is Slapshot Rebound. Compete in wild physics-based hockey matches where teamwork is everything. Number 7 is Drunken Wrestlers 2. Go head-to-head in ridiculous, floppy wrestling matches filled with laughs. Number 8 is Gravity, where you fight friends in zero gravity by grabbing and tossing objects at each other. Number 9 is Bronzebeard's Tavern, where you and your friends run a chaotic tavern, cooking up food and serving customers as dwarves. And number 10 is Unsolved Case, where you team up as detectives solving puzzles to catch a mysterious killer.
All right, that's 10 quick ones.
I have the number 1 already, the One-Armed Robber. I've never played it. It's just sitting there inside of my. I wanted to stream it, and I never got around to stream it. So.
I was just about to. That was cool. I like that one, the first one, or the 10th one.
It has sentimental value to fame.
Yeah, definitely, guys, definitely.
All right. David the Goliath answered the question from the last segment by saying this name from JoJo Part 4. His stand is probably one of the best in the series. Oh, Josuke? Is it Josuke? Or did I pronounce that right?
Probably not.
It's Josuke.
Okay, thank you. I am horrible. No, thank you. I appreciate that. And right before we get facts. So,
okay, class, put your tinfoil hats on. Is it real? No, seriously, is it?
All right. Can't do a tinfoil hat segment without my tinfoil hat. All right. So why not give y'all more creepy weirdo stuff, to make you doubt your existence or, freak you out.
Night vision goggles were banned because people saw demons with them. Check this out.
Heard that thing about the night vision goggles? Night vision now, it's green. But in the Vietnam War, the night vision goggles that they were issued were red light. Multiple people in the U.S. military were using them, were seeing what they're reporting as flying demons.
Flying demons or interdimensional creatures.
There's an instance where they're flying these helicopters in Vietnam. It was a safe zone, no hostility, and then the gunner in the back just started shooting, and the pilot's like, "What are you shooting at?" And this guy, he was like panicked, and he's like sweating, and like, "What are you shooting at?" He's like, "The demon."
And apparently he wasn't the only one that experienced this.
Demon. Apparently this giant winged demon creature was like flying at him, and then people on the ground in the jungles that were using it, they were also seeing like these demonic looking, freaky looking creatures. And so the military banned those night vision goggles.
Why would they ban these goggles, you ask? Because if people could really see what's going on around them, they'd freak out, as most people would. As always, thanks for watching. Stay weird.
What? Why can't it just be practical that, well, we focus on a war, not monsters? So, yeah, it would make more sense to switch. And we can research the monsters later, but, whatever. What were you about to say, Kate? Nothing?
No.
Jayla, you disagree with my...
No, it's not you. It's the video.
Okay.
It's like, like I'm on the fence with this because it's like, should they have banned them? Because is it causing is it psychosis? Is it real? Did they really see this shit happening? Or like these figures, these demons, did they really see them?
Well, when you have soldiers shooting into areas that are considered safe zones, then yes, you need to do something about it because you don't want them to just and by mistake kill innocent bystanders. So yes, it's something that you would need to deal with. Yeah.
I wonder if they investigated further into.
I'm quite
the
sure
actual demon.
they have some division called X-Files something. They research all of that stuff. So David the Glass said, "Is that a tinfoil bucket hat?" You are correct, sir. Thank you so much. He said, what type of demon are we dealing with? The mindless, monstrous type or the human-like type? Yeah, that's a good question. I will oh, wait a minute. Wouldn't all the demons be monstrous type? Or are you thinking like human be like your grandma just sitting there sewing
like possessed humans?
Right, but isn't that technically still a monster if she's running at you with
poor old lady just sitting there sewing and she a demon?
Right.
Wow, bro.
I'm just I mean, you know, technically anything we don't know.
First thing that you thought of.
Yeah, see, you gotta take that hat off right now.
My bad.
It's causing psychosis. I cannot get it out. Psychosis.
It's affecting me. It's affecting me. All right. We can move on. We can move on. All right, time for the news. All right. So before we get too far down the pike, I would like to throw some. Oh, I got rid of it all. All right. So I guess the first thing I want to do is I want Sloan to jump in and tell us why are we so excited for Tron. I know you made a video about it, but I'm still kind of like, it looks great. I'm not gonna front, but aren't you too young to be into Tron? Like, what isn't this before your time?
Yeah.
No, and I'll tell you why. So first up, back in 2010, my dad took me to see Tron Legacy. That's where I haven't seen the very first old one back in the age of the dinosaurs. I know you probably have, Jay, but I didn't. So I watched the second one. And after I watched Tron Legacy, like years afterwards, Disney XD releases one show called Tron Uprising, which honestly was way too good to be on a kids channel, I'm going to be honest. And the way they scheduled it was absolutely terrible because it only got one season, even though the voice acting cast was stacked, the animation was stacked, the story was out of this world. Like, you can watch the entire season 3 times in a row. That's how good it was. Right. So with that being said, the new movie coming out is like after, because thankfully, because while it wasn't a box office success in the beginning, like Tron Legacy, luckily it accumulated it's the cult following and it became super popular now. So with this movie coming out, and if it succeeds, not only will just in general we'll see like a resurgence of like the importance of Tron and all it could offer, especially with stuff like Tron Uprising. Because like if this movie succeeds, hopefully we get 2, 3, 4 more seasons of Tron Uprising, because there is a lot of stuff that could have been talked about, like between Tron Uprising and Tron Legacy, because Tron Uprising happens before Tron Legacy, and it's like in that show there was a whole revolution booming up. Tron was healing. He wasn't converted yet. So it's like between that show and Legacy, it's like, okay, what happened? And it could have been awesome, but you know, since kids were too busy thinking about dumb stuff, that's why we didn't get anything.
Respect.
Kids is out there making vines.
Yeah, you know what I mean? David the Goliath says, I remember a mobile Tron on my mother's phone when I was very young. Okay, shout out to you. All right, well, let's get into this.
The Carpenter is in Fortnite, and now I have to remind you guys that Fortnite is one of the greatest games of all time. Yes, I'm being very serious, and I believe that Fortnite belongs on the Mount Rushmore of gaming. Let's break it down, starting with accessibility. It's the lowest cost possible, free, and it's available on damn near everything with the screen. You remember, there were people who don't even really play games who decided to play Fortnite and kept playing. I'm talking the most casual of players and the most sweaty of players all love Fortnite. Impact. Fortnite has changed gaming forever. And I know a lot of you will say it's for the worst because other companies decided to emulate them terribly, even though that's not really their fault. Don't forget that it really did pave the way for free-to-play games that did not have any pay-to-win mechanics. It even helped destroy the plague that was loot boxes, and it was a plague before the revisionist history come through. Loot boxes really just led to some really bad gambling. Now, it's been substituted with Prize Picks, but that's the longevity. Not only has Fortnite been out for a long time, people have been playing this, like tons of people have been having a lot of fun with this game ever since. Like it's still one of the most popular games to be played every single year since Battle Royale dropped. Like Fortnite's fall off is still hundreds of thousands of players playing the game. And there's also all types of impact they've made on the industry, but also outside of it. I mean, it really birthed some of our first real video game celebrities with like Ninja and some of the other streamers. It really took streaming to another level. Talking about it on the news. They made SNL skits about it. Look, Fortnite had accessibility on lock. It has cultural impact on lock. It has gaming impact on lock. It has fun, the actual fun factor for hundreds of thousands of players, both casual and hardcore, for years on lock. Fortnite, at the end of the day, is greatness. All right, I'm not saying it's the very best game to ever come out, but it is the greatest. And if you disagree, make sure you tap in for more video game discussion and let me know in the comments below.
I'm not gonna let you know in the comments. Well, actually, I did, but I wanted Sloan and Fame, and you got in the ladies. How do y'all feel about this Mount Rushmore of games? Would Fortnite be able to be honored as one of those? GTA obviously being one of those. Also, I don't feel like that's a discussion. Mario definitely there, but would Fortnite go into the pantheon of greats? So Fame looks like he's about to fall out of his chair. So let's get his opinion before he passes completely out.
Trying to
I can't hear you. Oh.
Better?
Yes, sir. Much better.
I'm trying to come to terms with that. They did microtransactions. So they paywalls on battle passes. So, I don't believe Fortnite really did any. No. I'm not going for it. No, Fortnite is probably like number 10. The only reason why it's popular is because of all of the characters and the dances that they put in the game for kids. It's like Fortnite is a happy meal video game. And that's, I'm done. Go ahead, Sam. Go ahead. It's the happy meal for video games, and that's why it's so popular.
All right, Sloan.
I have to disagree with Fang because really and truly, when it comes to the battle pass, the only thing that's behind the paywall is cosmetics. It's not like other games, like for example, Anthem. In order to play the game Anthem, you need to pay for a subscription to a whole nother game, to a whole nother service besides buying the game itself. Along with there being a bunch of other games, like for example, Overwatch 2 was a complete letdown. They made a bunch of promises and failed. Fortnite doesn't really do that. And I have to say, like, the cultural impact, again, is significant. And with them having a bunch of rights, be it temporary or long-term, them having to have, like, a whole... Basically, it's like all that funny, wacky stuff that we make up as kids comes to life in that game. And one factor that I really like about it that I didn't even know about is the fact that you can actually create games that isn't just, running around an island, pew-pew. You can create horror games. You can create parkour games, and the mechanics only get better. Like, they implemented a parkour system and a just general thing. You can hop off walls, you can do a roll and stuff like that and all that. And also, like, to just taking from someone who used to hate Fortnite, the games I play are stuff you'll have to find back in the cut kind of thing. Or you maybe hear about once on IGN. A friend of mine just said, oh, yeah, I play a game. It's fun. I'm like, but when I talk to the person, I'm like, oh, they're really cool. They're into that. I'm like, all right, let me see what's in that. Next thing you know, I'm playing the game every day. And I'm buying a bunch of skins and stuff like that. So the game is fun, especially the mechanics, and even they have like little bits of lore and stuff like that. Like my favorite part of the time in the game was when Deadpool Wolverine was out and they added Doom to the game. That I love that. I love that entire season.
Okay, Kate.
I'm a fan of Fortnite. I wasn't always. I tried to play it like on my own, and I wasn't there for it. But then I want to say during COVID, I had like a couple coworkers that were all playing together, and then that's when I started playing. I guess what I really like about it is like, I feel like they be listening. Like, I feel like one of the things was not everybody liked the building aspect. they have it so you can play it with build or without build. You know what I mean? They got the Lego things. You know, I'm a Lego gal, so they got the Lego things. Even all the different skins and stuff like that. I think I just got I haven't been playing as often. So usually I play solos. It's something real quick. I can get like instant gratification, quick dub. But yeah, I love all the emotes. They're focusing on shoes and shit now. I fucked with Fortnite. I ain't gonna hold you.
Jalen?
So, my son he's loved Fortnite since I can remember. And it's been a long time. It's been quite a minute. So for him to a game like that to hold his attention, me personally, it's too overstimulating for me. It gives me lots of anxiety. It's just too much going on. My eyes be like all over the place. Yeah, it's just a lot going on the game. But what I will say is the team behind Fortnite, they know what they're doing. The skins, like you said, the dances, the character, skins, just like them listening, them having the longevity, even though the game it's been out for a while, but it hasn't been out that long. But the fact that that's always a game that people kind of like GTA, people go back and play after they're done playing whatever new game they get. They're going to go back and play Fortnite. They're going to go back and play GTA. I think it has that same impact. So I could say that it should be up there in, at the top in the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah,
No.
Right, David. Hold up.
I'm sorry, Fame.
David the Goliath says he's probably right, but I try my best to deny it. He also said Fortnite did have a major impact, but just hate it. And he says, talking about games, what's everyone's favorite game? We will get to that question in just a minute. Shout out to Mr. Washington.
Zenith.
There you go. Shout out to you, brother.
I'm not ripping and saying Fortnite is a bad game at all. I'm just saying it's the Happy Meal of video games. But it's in the 7th year now.
I like Happy Meals.
So people they have sold billions of Happy Meals.
Exactly.
No, it has to be like 8 or 9.
It's been out since before I was in middle school a little bit.
It came out in 2017, guys.
One thing I will say about the game too is
it's 2025. It's
8 years.
8 years.
It's a long time. Okay, so if I would like to make my points, and then y'all can curse me out at your leisure. Fortnite was the first game I ever heard about where they did concerts and big, huge celebrities did performances. That was the first time I did that. So I'm not saying that other games hadn't done it, but they weren't making national news. They weren't all over CNN and all these other stuff. So that's a big thing. Number 2, it creating a whole subculture of competition and then creating celebrities out of it. Man, that's something. Now there might be other games that did it, but just not like Fortnite did it. And then I would say the third thing would be being at the epicenter of culture. Being smart enough to know that, we can pull these dances in, we can do that. And yes, it's a McDonald's Happy Meal vibe, but that does not negate the fact that it still carved out a place in popular culture and in video game culture, and it set a standard that everybody in the industry wishes they could have and are trying to, attain. So that's why it becomes a part of that thing. It's going to be up in Mount Rushmore because other running gun games are going to want to be like it.
Basically, it's the TikTok of video games.
No, but it has spawned off. It has spawned off other copies, and I feel like it is kind of beneficial because it will help people try to put their own spin on it. While the games, while the dude did say they did it poorly. Like one game I actually legitimately enjoyed as a ripoff of Fortnite, which I played before Fortnite, was Battle of the Realm, which was a fantasy, semi-science fantasy version that was made by the same studio that made Paladins. I love both those games. So Jamal is definitely right. How it's being the epicenter of it, and the fact that so many people tried to emulate it. One game even tried to be super, revolutionary, and try to do a whole Magic game off it called Spellbreaker. again. It sucked
Fire.
because people
Spellbreaking
did.
was fire.
I mean, bruh, when I tried to queue up for that
Spellbreaking lasted
game,
for 6 months.
the concept was amazing, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened, but it took me 30 minutes just to get into one game. Okay. And one thing I will say about Fortnite is, because this is a really hot topic in the Black gamer space, is it actually did a lot of great Black customization, and nobody talks about it. And no one got mad at it. None of the big time and air quotes anti-woke white gamers got mad at it. As a matter of fact, nobody was talking about it, despite them doing that regularly. Whenever, be it a big popular skin or side, hey, just for a couple of V-Bucks, small skin, they always have Black, Latino, Asian, white, Black, etc., with no one getting mad. So that's hard to pull off.
1000%. All right, David the Goliath said Fortnite has done so much for the power scaling community. Apparently, Godzilla has a chance against the Hulk. Interesting. I didn't know what any of that meant, but shout out to you, my guy. So let's move on to the topic of the day.
Just announced 2 new official consoles, and PlayStation is pissed. I'm pissed off. You can't just randomly announce 2 new consoles. But I did, and with my new feature, I get access to all of your PlayStation exclusive games. Xbox isn't wrong. They just made the new PS5 Pro look like a joke because the fuck did you just say? You get all of my PlayStation exclusive games. Yep. The new Xbox will get them all, and there's nothing you can do about it. Good one. Yeah, I would never allow that. I don't care how many Xbox exclusives you give me. Well, actually, PlayStation, according to this one feature the new Xbox will have, you won't have a choice. I'm so good. Look, can someone just tell me what this feature is? Please, I beg. Basically, the first console is a handheld Xbox that will have backwards compatibility, letting you play all your old games on it. I mean, that's cool, but we have the PSP, and I'm still not giving you any PlayStation exclusive games. Oh, you are, because my brand new Xbox isn't technically a console. James? What's he talking about? Alright, basically, the new Xbox will have Windows OS on it, letting you run programs like Epic Games and, more importantly, Steam. Oh no. Oh yes, you know where this is going. And Steam already has God of War and Spider-Man, which means Xbox players will now have access to those games just like PlayStation players.
Somebody's getting fired.
Yeah, facts. And David Nicholas, the new Xbox is built like a dishwasher. You are so correct, sir. I have no love for the Xbox, but this is a game changer. Go ahead, Fame.
Sure.
Oh, I'm getting that.
That's crazy.
I unfortunately am going to have to do that as well, sir. I apologize to all of my family that have, stood tall with me against the Xbox realm, but this might be it, baby. This might be it. Kate, go ahead.
I'm on the same.
Okay.
My bad. I'm in the same boat. Like I've been a PlayStation girl. I've had all the PlayStations, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, PSP, but putting Steam on there, like I don't play it on Steam now because I'm not really. Damn.
It's on and cracking. It's on and cracking.
I just know somebody at PlayStation got fired though.
That's fine.
Like, you didn't think of that shit? You weren't playing defense?
Man, Fame ain't got nothing to say. Dang, this is horrible, man. What's going on, brother?
Listen, it's like listening to Shawn Michaels come out over and over. You guys keep giving me that sweet chin music thing. Give it to me. It sounds so good to me right now. Tell me how good Xbox is now. Keep it coming, y'all. Keep it coming.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Let's get into some traveling.
Nerdiest Cruise, come collect side quests with me because Joko Cruise is basically a summer camp for adults. You can build Legos and play mermaids, get cozy and puzzle, or join a flash mob and board game. There's even a pin to let people know if you feel like making friends or not. We saw so many craft workshops and handmade gifts hidden around the ship to enjoy. We made friendship bracelets. There was also a crow party to exchange trinkets. You can attend celebrity panels and performances, learn sea shanties, and play so so many games. I loved the Mario Kart tournament and D&D sessions, but there were thoughtful nerdy touches everywhere, including the doors and elevator mats. For lunch, we did a cakewalk, went to author signings, and a book swap. At Novel Naya also had the most incredible paranormal romance panel. You could go from reading and relaxing to yelling at the moon and Broadway karaoke. But the theme days like Cosplay Day were my favorite, as well as the paper airplane competition. There's something for everyone, whether you want a quiet space or nerd prom.
Take my money. I'm getting the ticket.
Facts.
So we going. So that's a
yes.
So what I'm saying, y'all. Okay. All right.
Yes, we are going.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. So this is another one. Brace yourselves. I want to see if we can all join in on this.
Told you there's a Black-owned camping experience where all you have to do is show up and vibe. No planning, no stress. Give me 60 seconds to put you on to Camp Yoshi. For too long, outdoor spaces haven't reflected us. Camp Yoshi is changing that. This is a place where you can come connect, explore, and experience an adventure made for us by us. And don't worry, you won't be roughing it. Camp Yoshi handles everything. The gear, the meals, the route. You just show up, unplug, and vibe. And this time, we're making it a singles edition for adventurers and the wanderers, ones tired of the same old scene. Now look, this won't be no Love Island, but when you put good energy, the right people, and an amazing environment, anything can happen. I'm JD, and I've been rocking with Camp Yoshi for years. But this time, I'm gonna be one of your camp gurus, making sure this trip is everything it should be, and morale stays high. If this sounds like your type of trip, hit me up for more details. And don't gatekeep, share this with the crew. Your seat at the campfire is waiting, so pull up.
What y'all think?
You gotta tell my parents about this one. They gonna love this idea.
Yeah.
So you know they gonna have guns. We know we ain't got no weirdo, stuff that be happening. And
people.
You know what I mean? We have familiarity.
No Wendigos, no skinwalkers.
No skinheads, no skinwalkers. Love that.
All right. Respect, brethren. Respect. All right, fame. Go ahead. Let it out.
No, I'm both of those are awesome. The second one, definitely, I'm big on the second one. Outdoor, nature, unplugged, just tap in. Yeah, I would love to do that one first.
Have you guys ever been to like summer camp, like that type of summer camp as a kid?
A bunch. Yep. From probably like the time I was like 12 or 13 until I was like 17, 18. Like every summer.
You give me like you've been to summer camp.
My mom used to, that would be her getting rid of me and my brother. She'd be like, look, I need to get rid of y'all. Either that or I'm gonna kill y'all. So they would prepay for those summer camps, and I was at the summer camp where you was there for like weeks and 2 weeks at a time. So like I'd be out in the woods. So we did one where it was different boat rides every day. So like one day is canoes, one day is rafts, one day is whitewater rafting. I did that. I did the one where we was in the hiking up the Appalachian trails for a week. We did the one where there was just this big 200-acre like thing where it's like they had basketball courts and they had a waterfront, and so you pretty much had a schedule for 2 weeks, and then like breakfast, lunch, dinner, and all this stuff. So like, yeah, I've been on all of that stuff. Am I the biggest like grown person want to be out in the woods? Nah, but I feel like when I looked at all of that, it kind of solved all of my apprehensions and issues. You know what I mean? And it wasn't surrounding. I don't mind being around white people in the woods, but at the same time, I saw some alcohol. I was like, all right, I'm in for that. And like, you know what I'm saying? It just seemed like it had the right grown people setting. So it was like, all right, we can kick it. I don't want no kids. I don't want no, you know what I mean? If we going to hike, I want to hike with some adults. You know, I don't want to hear no crying kid because he done stubbed his toe or whatever crap. So anyway, anything else? Y'all, all right. So let's move on to the next one.
Read books don't want you to know about this website at all, because this website will make you read countless books for free. Choose the book you want. Here we go. This is the name of the website. Follow for more.
That's it?
Yeah. I stumbled onto that website. That's funny.
Yeah. So So I know a lot of people that will say they want to read books, but then they can't find or they can't afford to purchase it or don't want to spend the money. Hey, this is the way to kind of get around that and get into the books you want. Obviously, it's a digital thing. You have to read it digitally, or you can print them out if you want to spend whatever amount of money printing out 200-300 pages. But hey, you got it. You got it. All right. This is the last one before we move to our next segment, and this is for all of us that are going to be traveling a lot more.
Internationally soon, you may want to brush up on your phone privacy rights. In recent weeks, some travelers have reported having their personal devices and social media accounts checked by officers at U.S. border crossings like airports. Here's what to know about your rights. First, U.S. Customs and Border Patrol officers can search your phone regardless of your immigration status. If you're a U.S. citizen, you can refuse to unlock your device for an agent and still be let into the country, although you could have your device seized or be detained. Foreign nationals may be denied entry into the United States if they don't allow a search. There are two types of searches, basic and advanced. In a basic search, an officer may scroll through your phone. An advanced search can only be done if there is reasonable suspicion that you've broken the law. An officer may connect your device to an external piece of equipment that will review or copy the contents of your device. You should tell the officer conducting your search if you have any information on your phone that is legally protected, and if your device is taken, you should ask the officer for a custody.
I'm sorry. My question is, isn't everything on my phone legally protected? Like, who gives anybody the right to copy my personal photos, videos, contacts, anything, bro? You shouldn't have access to that.
I guess
You gotta read the fine print always.
Not just that. Once you leave the country, then you're going to deal with that country rules in the first place. We know how this goes, so
that's very
true. Just know your rights. There you go.
Wherever you go.
I'm getting a flip phone when I leave the country.
Receipt, which will have instructions on how to get your device back. This isn't a new policy, and it is rare for searches to happen, but with the Trump administration pursuing more aggressive policies at the border, it's worth knowing your rights.
Yeah, man. Shout out to David the Goliath. He said George Orwell Animal Farm situation. Thank you. And only a nerd would understand the reference. Jalen knew exactly what he was talking about. All right. So, with that being said, we going right into my man Sloan's segment. Let's go. I'm soaring high. Every panel tells a story. Watch it fly. Oops, my bad. Look, I got the new one.
I was about to ask. I was just about to ask too.
Yo, I'm coming on strong like I'm bursting through the page. Got that comic vibe, heroes rise, I'm ready to engage. Thoughts are heavy, but my mind's a canvas painted bold with the rhythm in my soul. Watch the story unfold, fighting battles with my words like I'm spinning.
Dang, yo, I put my Tim boots on, yo. That's crazy.
All right, so today's comic book is from DC's new Absolute Universe. For those who don't know, the Absolute Universe is a new separate universe that DC has launched. Basically, they decided, oh crap, we need to make money again. So they decided to lock in and actually give us quality stories we want to see. One of which was the Absolute Green Lantern story. So in the usual Green Lantern universe, there is like an entire core of Green Lanterns that represent the emotion of will. In this universe, we have nothing of that. The first Green Lantern in this universe is I forgot her name, but this lady is the first Green Lantern in the Absolute Universe. But how she comes in contact with the power is nowhere near the same as what you usually do. Usually what happens is if you have an indomitable will that is above what is average, the core sends a lantern ring out and you attain it. The way this happened was much more dramatic. A giant Green Lantern symbol was plopped into a city, and a monstrous alien that was named Abin Sur, for those who know Green Lantern, you know, that's the Green Lantern that he was a good guy, and he gave his lantern ring to Hal Jordan. But in this world, what happened was he gave Hal Jordan the Black Hand. For those who don't know, in the main universe, Black Hand is a villain who had the power of the lantern ring of death. And as such, what's his name? Hal Jordan his hand has been replaced with a black hand that inflicts death. So right now it's a horror. They're giving Green Lantern a more horror-ish vibe, and it is really interesting. It is like I think it's like one of the best. That's Green Martian Manhunter that's sold out. But so far, I'm loving it. If you're enjoying it, if you want to see a new take on the Green Lantern universe, pick up with this and just pick up anything Absolute DC, because Absolute DC hasn't missed not a single page, and they're selling out fast. So get your copy now.
Okay.
Question: do DC have an app like Marvel has an app?
Yes, they do.
Okay, I'm about to go ahead. The subscription as high as Marvel's, because Marvel's killing me.
I don't know how much subscriptions is. I don't do the subscription because I do my copies physical. I read comics physically, because if I have it digital, I'll completely forget about it, and that's money down the drain. So like I order off of Midtown Comics. Midtown Comics, they deliver throughout the U.S. and I think internationally, but they definitely do it within the U.S. I think it's free within the U.S. I'm not sure, but I think it was for a discount or something. Yeah, but
you said Midtown Comics.
Yeah, they're like a really important comic book distributor in the U.S. Like Jim Lee, Todd McFarlane, all the greats have gone to their panels and stuff like that.
Got you. I'm definitely about to start ordering from there, because me trying to run to a bunch of stores and try to catch something.
1 week they got my stuff, and then 2 weeks later they telling me, "Oh, we having distributor problems. We're not carrying Conan no more." What?
All right. So we actually coming to the end, but before we do, I gotta scare the crap out of you.
AI news and conversations.
I have only one function: to kill.
I mean, why not? So, all right. Let's see. David the Goliath said it's not legally protected unless you have a VPN, which brings me to today's sponsor, NordVPN. Question for Salone. Since Kate is a Doctor Who fan, it reminded me of a matchup: the Doctor versus John Constantine. Who wins?
Hey, Kate, has he encountered magic before, the Doctor?
At least in the newer season, you got the Toy Maker. I guess that's a little magical.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, David, I'm not sure who would win in that matchup, because John Constantine, he uses DC's version of magic and stuff like that, and the Doctor, well, has a lot of tech. I don't know how that would interact with John Constantine's spells and stuff like that, and John Constantine is also a trickster too. The Doctor's kind of a trickster as well, right?
I would say so.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I'm gonna go with Constantine because I like Constantine, but that doesn't mean that what I'm saying has any legitimacy whatsoever. So we'll just leave it like
Constantine, hands down.
Yeah,
round 2 and round 3.
There you go. All right, let's get into the video.
None of you realize how weird this is about to get. If you couldn't tell what was going on in that clip, I will explain it. But let me say, we are the last generation for which the stuff in our house is not alive. This is a prototype lamp made by Apple that has AI, but doesn't just let it respond to voice commands. This AI in this machine lets it get sad when you disagree with it. If you set an alarm for it to remind you to drink water while you're working, it won't just sound a tone, it will nudge your water glass to you using its lamp snout. When you play music in the kitchen while cooking, it will dance along to the songs. I am telling you right now, when it comes to AI for the average person, this is where the money is. It does not take much at all to convince us that an inanimate object is alive. If you just stick googly eyes on a Roomba, most of us will get upset if a guest kicks it. But the next generation of children will be raised in homes in which they will treat many objects as members of the family. Ask all the parents who bought Moxie, an AI-powered toy that then went dark when the company went out of business, and then had to talk to their kids not like a toy had stopped working, but like a pet had died. I am dead serious when I say that most of the people watching this video will live long enough to have an argument with your car. You are going to feel some measurable amount of distress because you think your refrigerator is mad at you. You will absolutely know someone whose best friend is their lamp. And all of these will be available for a one-time purchase to get the object, but to keep it alive, that will be a subscription.
Yo.
Yo, I was with him, but then he said I gotta pay a subscription to keep it alive. Man, you kiss my.
So does it go to sleep until you pay the bill, or like, like if your card's locked or something, you have insufficient funds, what happens?
It's just a regular ass lamp.
What happened in Superior Iron Man? That's what would happen.
Wow, like I don't want to be stressed out because my refrigerator mad at me. Like I don't want to have a relationship with inanimate objects. I don't want to have that. I don't want to come in and be like, yo, what's up, Lampy? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, get down, baby, get down. Like, what are we doing here? Like, you know what I'm saying? Let the lamp.
You're not gonna pay for me this month.
This is not for the empaths, okay?
It's not me. It's you.
It's not you. It's my wallet. I'm sorry. You can't say.
Lampy, get a job. If you want me to pay the bill, you need to start contributing to this household. You know.
Well, have you guys seen the movie Her?
Yes. No, I actually haven't seen it, but I know who you're talking about.
I know what you're talking about too.
But that was just like an AI voice, right? It wasn't like a physical thing, was it?
No, it wasn't a physical thing. It was just an AI voice. But the fact that like he was really in love with this, you know, computer, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
It was really weird, and it's gonna be normal.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen some videos where like white girls marry trees and a white dude married a toy. And
don't sound weird. People was falling in love with pen pals, so
people marry themselves.
People marry themselves. You know what I mean?
It's weird out here every day, B. Every day.
I guess you just gotta choose your flavor of weird.
Facts. David the Goliath says, "Say it again. We're advancing too fast." Well,
that's how advancing works.
Facts. And then we don't deserve all this new stuff. Yo, Fame is such a dick.
It's gonna be into right.
Okay, all right. Here's David the Goliath. Boy, you need your own podcast. Boy, you be asking all type of crazy questions. How another question for everyone. You all are in a bunker and there is one more person. Would you rather the person be the T-1000 from the or the Thing from John Carpenter's The Thing?
The Terminator.
What? That is
the Terminator.
I'm just gonna shrivel up and just disappear.
We won't be in a bunker for too much longer with the Terminator. So
take myself out. I don't even want to be a part of this equation.
Right? I don't want these problems.
I want no part.
Yo, I'm not that brave, yo. Like I'm not. Like
challenge denied.
Yeah, man. Like, yo, we gonna fight for the future of humanity. Nah, not me. Y'all can handle that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, I'll bring me back. Keep my body somewhere and then bring me back after it's all done. Y'all figured it out. You know what I mean? I can live again.
Would y'all want to be alive in the apocalypse? Like, with that?
Yes, I would.
Yes,
I wouldn't.
I'm a
job. Be here with the cockroaches.
I'm gonna take my own eyeball out so I can have a patch on, get me a wooden leg and wooden arm. I'm gonna thrive. I'm gonna have a cape on.
Because the thing is, there's no economy, there's no politics, there's nothing. All it is just you surviving day to day. When you do that, there's no room to get depressed. There's no room for any of that other mental stuff. That's what tribes are doing right now, living day to day off of meals. They don't experience depression at the physical crime. So no getting what's the name, becoming couch potatoes. No, too busy to be depressed, trying to figure out what's not going to kill you, kind of thing. And if you find a nice plot of land out in the middle of the forest, you're good.
I mean, you can do that now. Ain't nobody stopping you.
The government.
Like, why do we need a threat?
The government is stopping you.
Yeah, right. Like, why would you
the government is stopping
the apocalypse need to happen?
Yeah,
you're gonna have some cat.
We can move somewhere else.
Right.
The government will always meddle in your business one way or another. That's all I'm gonna say.
But you're not a business. You go out there, don't take no more showers and baths, and live in the woods, man. It's fun. Boy, yeah. Get you a knife and some matches. You be lit. Go catch you some squirrels and eat you. You know what I mean? Eat what you kill, baby. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Just grow your food. You gotta go around killing things and eating it.
It takes time to grow the food, sir. He can't walk out the door today and just have a whole farm out of nowhere.
You can find it, you know.
So I'm gonna put it to you this way, Jamal. Okay, so during the apocalypse, and so would you rather stay in a world where basically the economy or the poor is getting poorer, the rich are getting richer, or we're a world where everything's gone kaput and you could just casually walk into empty malls and get whatever you want for free?
what though?
Whoa. First of all, you're not walking up in my mall. I now own it. First of all, you see
Do you want to live in a world with no law and order, and you gotta and there's no electricity? There's
Man, you gonna have to fight everybody for that mall, okay?
I've seen hillbillies make their own electricity. I could do it.
Oh, well, everybody's gonna be gone. Never mind.
until the next big dude comes in, like, yo, I like your electricity. I'm taking this, and you ain't got it no more. Like,
you don't have to get past my booby traps first.
Your booby traps?
Yes, what happened in the Vietnam War? They had a patches of grass and leaves that was fake.
Boy, you better learn how to fight, man. And get you some Muay Thai and some other stuff. You better learn how to use knives and make homemade guns and stuff like that. You want to need a little bit more.
Not fight harder, fight smarter. That's a big difference.
Oh, excuse me, Karate Kid. My bad. I apologize. Like, you know, that was insane. All right, shout out to. It's time for everybody to. He said, "We about to live life Mad Max style."
Nah, that's an apocalypse I won't go for. Nah.
That's a wild apocalypse right there.
That's an Australian apocalypse. That's different.
Ain't no black people around there. That was crazy.
Yeah, I don't want to have to fight for water. Yeah, that's different.
Boy, oh boy. Oh Lord. All right, so let's get these shout outs going, man. Everybody do their shout outs. So let's start with our post-apocalyptic survivalist, Sloan. Go ahead and give your shout outs.
Shout out to David the Goliath for appearing in the chat, and shout out to Neat for being here as well. Shout out to all you guys for having me on the podcast and inviting me as a permanent member as well.
You family payer, you know what it is. You know what it is. All right. Let's say Kate, let's go.
Shout out to you guys. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody.
Word, fame.
Shout out to Sweet Baby Jesus. Shout out to that dope shirt hoodie that Kate got on. Shout out to everybody that was dropping into the comments and into the new adopted cat. You know, I had some comments, but Kate, you know, I seen the way you was rubbing the cat. Oh, I did it, didn't I? Dang, I did it anyway. There we go. Shout out to everybody that came through.
Oh, what are we doing here? All right, I'm moving. All right, gentlemen, I'm sorry.
Oh, man. Shout out to all of us being here today. Shout out to everybody who watched or are going to watch. Everyone in the comments, those in the comments on social media. Just shout out to y'all.
All right, and I want to shout out the whole squad, man. Appreciate everybody for pulling up today. I missed y'all, so it's been great that we could get back together, have some fun, talk about what's been going on in their culture. The thing we haven't talked about is the Avengers casting, but I'm gonna wait until next week. We can talk about that, and then Fame and I are going to see Sinners this week, so we'll probably come back with a review on Sinners, and I hope everybody gets an opportunity to possibly go and watch. Because big black film with horror and vampire elements. So and
I'm excited.
But it's got slavery in it. Low key, if I want to see racism, I could just watch. I could watch 12 Years a Slave again. Honestly,
nah, go see it. Go see it.
Before I leave, I must say, Peanuts by Charles Schultz is the greatest comic of all time.
Okay.
Peanuts. Oh,
shout out to Charlie Brown.
And
he's Charlie Brown dances.
Yeah, he's really upset because he wants to understand why we want to choose T-1000 over the Thing.
Well, I didn't make a
the
choice.
thing is the shape-shifting is a shape-shifting monster that can morph it, that can take over your body. You won't even know you're the Thing until the Thing comes out. A T-1000, I have a chance because it's just a couple of metals and a CPU.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you ain't wrong. All right, so we will check y'all next Black Nerd Podcast. We out.
Here comes them black nerds. Sloan's on with big words. Kate Slab makes us all smile. Jay's little stones every single time. Fame's kinda like a mastermind. While Jay gets one shows up every single time. How would you not go to bring the fight? Cases is Black Nerd Podcast winning all the fights.